All right, welcome to back to the PTI Talk Show. I'm your host Josh, and these are my co-hosts Nick and Samuel. So, our topic today will be who has a more likely chance of making the Super Bowl, the Lions or the Jets. Let's start off with Nick. What's your take?
I think the Jets have a better chance of making the Super Bowl compared to the Lions, and I think they'll be a good surprise. And I think they'll be the big surprise team this year because you bring in a great veteran quarterback like Aaron Rodgers, and you bring in a fairly young roster and a very talented roster that was nearly a playoff team last year, despite not having any sort of good quarterback play, with people like Zach Wilson playing meaningful games during the season. So I think adding a proven MVP caliber quarterback brings the Jets in a really good spot to go for a Super Bowl run.
All right, Samuel, what's your take?
Well, I have to go with the Lions on this one because last season, towards the end of the season, they were really playing really great football. I mean, in their first primetime game since a long time, they beat the Packers and knocked them out of the playoffs. Jared Goff took a really big step last season. He had the last couple of years in LA, he had trouble securing the ball, and last season with the Lions, he was able to limit the interception to touchdown ratio. And the defense last season was really, really bad. But in this offseason and in the draft, they made lots of key additions to the defense. That's really going to help them in the long term. And it will also help them become a playoff bound team. And they're one of the favorites to win their division. And I think they're a really good Super Bowl contender.
All right, both great takes. Nicholas, your 30-second rebuttal.
I think the Lions are definitely capable of being a good team. I don't think they're quite there yet where they're capable of making the Super Bowl run compared to a team like the Jets, who seem to be a quarterback away in the same situation that the Rams were just a few years ago, where they traded for Matt Stafford and then won it all. So I think this is a very similar situation to that.
All right, and Samuel, you got your take?
Well, honestly, last season, Aaron Rodgers had probably his worst season ever in Green Bay. And even though they got everyone that he wanted this year, it's still not they're still not a really great team. So, and meanwhile the Lions, all they needed was a defense, and they would have easily made the playoffs last season. So I feel like the Lions will probably have the better chance to have a more deep playoff run and possibly make the Super Bowl.
All right, both great takes, boys. As always, thank you for watching the PTI Talk Show. I'm your host, Josh. These are my co-hosts, Nick and Samuel. Thank you all for watching.